Welcome back. In this video, we will look at Edge AI's application to sustainability, agriculture, and aquaculture. Imagine you are a wildlife conservation and safari firm. You want to track wildlife movement across the jungle so as to give safari tourists a good view and thus a good time. With the money and the data generated, eating and migratory patterns of different species could be studied, and specific wildlife conservation programs could then be designed and implemented. To achieve this, you could set up Edge AI-enabled devices at multiple locations in the forest. The cameras would take an image every few seconds, make predictions, and in case an animal was detected, send a message to the safari jeep driver. If the part of the forest had good mobile service connection, a GSM or GPRS module could be attached to the Edge device for sending across the messages. If there was little or no cell service, the concept of radio signals that we discussed previously could be used. Edge AI can also be used in agriculture. Some Edge AI applications to agriculture are crop yield monitoring, weed and pest detection, plant disease detection, and irrigation management and harvesting. Let's say that you have a tomato farm and you want to automate some of the tasks using Edge AI. One way you could do that could be by laying tracks between the plant aisles. A robot with camera could be installed to run on these tracks. The robot would take images of the tomato plants every 25 to 50 centimeters and then use computer vision to determine the presence of weed, pest, and disease in the plants. It would also check and see if any of the tomatoes were ready for harvesting. These predictions could then be sent to the farmer along with the robot location so that he or she could perform the necessary action. This Edge AI application would improve productivity and reduce farming costs substantially. An advanced version of this application could be to install a robotic arm that would do weeding, spray pesticides, and harvest the ripe tomatoes autonomously without human intervention. An alternative to the above solution could be to use a GPS-enabled drone with a camera instead of the robot. This would make practical sense if the area to scan was large. The drone could also be used for irrigation management by taking images of the soil to determine their need for water. An irrigation management system could then open the valve and release water at the exact location where the drone found the soil to be dry. Similar solutions could also be developed for livestock farming, where a robot could refill feed and water trays for cows, pigs, goats, hens, etc. For animals that graze in the open, like cows and sheep, drones could be used to track the animals to ensure that no one was left behind. Let's discuss aquaculture now. Aquaculture is one domain which has seen a lot of Edge AI applications in recent times. Like some of the examples discussed in this video, aquaculture firms use Edge AI-enabled cameras to track and count the number of fish, for feeding, to check for disease, and for assessing the time to harvest. And that is all for this video. In the next video, we will look at the application of Edge AI to manufacturing and retail. See you there.